Hey guys, it's your favorite Unk here. Go ahead and click that subscribe button below so you don't miss a single episode of Nightcap. That button right here. Come for the sports, stay for the stories. Ocho, the East beat the West 211. The first time in All-Star game history that a team has reached 200 points. The East wins 211 to 186. Dame Lillard had himself quite a game. Well, quite a weekend. Not a game. He had an outstanding game, but he had quite a weekend also.
Right.
He won the three-point competition for the second. He went back-to-back in the three-point competition, and he was the All-Star game MVP. I thought Hallie was going to steal it at the end. Hallie, he's Indiana Pacer. All-Star game was in Indiana. Right. He finished with 32 points on 10 made threes. But I think when you look at Dame, and he hit 2 threes from half court.
Yeah.
I mean, I ain't talking about no heave. These guys are shooting their regular shot. They shoot the ball with such ease. But me personally, I don't think the NBA is excited about this. Not 200. These guys are ultra talented, Ocho, and I don't want to take anything away from them because they're extremely, extremely skilled. You've been to a game and you see with the effortlessness in which they can shoot the basketball. And that's why I was telling you, I said, Ocho, the guy at the end of the bench will go down to the YMCA and drop 50 on anybody.
Easily.
And he barely sees the floor. Entering tonight's game, LeBron had played in the All-Star game with 30% of All-Stars ever. So 30% of the guys that have ever made an All-Star game, LeBron James has played with them.
That's crazy. That's crazy. So this All-Star was his 20th All-Star, right?
20th consecutive starts.
Oh, that's unbelievable. And I don't think I would consider myself the casual fan, but I think those that also love the game of basketball, I don't think they appreciate the greatness that we have in front of us or that we are witnessing from LeBron. I think we take it for granted. And I think until he's done playing the game, not until then will those that really love the game of basketball appreciate him for what he's done for the game and the longevity and consistency in which he's been able to play at a very high level.
Yeah, I think you're right, Ocho, but that's kind of how it goes with greatness. Hell, I don't think people appreciated Edison for what he did and Einstein for what they did. We didn't appreciate Chopin and the great painters, Picasso and Michelangelo. We didn't. And during their time, I don't believe people appreciated them because their paintings weren't going for hundreds of thousands of dollars. You could get a Picasso very, very cheaply in the time in which he lived. So there was not the appreciation that we have for him now.
Right.
That's with anything, Ocho. And that's what we understand that. But as we get further away and those guys are no longer doing it, and obviously when they're deceased, we have like, damn, these guys could really paint. They could really, do music.
Yeah.
And so, but the East beats the West 211 to 186. I think the West made 43. They got up 97 threes. I think they made 43 of them.
Yeah, they not out there. They out there just playing around. Tell me this, chat. I know y'all watching. What's worse when it comes to lack of effort? The Pro Bowl when they was wearing pads, or the NBA All-Star game when them boys just out there chilling?
What?
I shouldn't say lack of effort. I should just say having fun, trying to do everything to prevent injury.
Right. Well, a lot of times people look at the All-Star. People look at it like they look at the NBA, and you see some of these 150, 153 to 147 ball games, and they say, hell, they're not playing any defense.
No defense,
but in an NFL game, they knock your butt off.
Yeah.
They're good, but it got to the point in the Pro Bowl, Ocho. They weren't tackling; they were two-hand touching.
Yeah.
And so you can't. At the end of the day, you're still playing basketball.
Right.
You're shooting threes. You're dunking the basketball. You pass the ball. At that point in the Pro Bowl, that was no longer football. That was touch. That wasn't tackle football. And I said it. And at the time, I said, no, the NFL, this is not. They're not going to play that kind of money. Give these guys $100,000 to the winners and $50,000 to the losers, and put these guys up. They're not going to do it,
right?
With that kind of effort, they're just not.
Yeah. I don't know. As one or someone like myself who is just now getting into the game of basketball, trying to be a little bit more knowledgeable of it, so I can interject myself in conversations like this. It just, to me, it looked like dudes just out there, for one, having fun. It's the mid break, it's the All-Star break. They're still in season. And I think most of them, well, from what it looks to me from the outside looking in, they're trying to prevent themselves from getting hurt. They are having a little fun, and there's a lack of defense as well. But I enjoyed it. I mean, I enjoyed it for what it is, but I understand why they're not playing as hard as obviously most folks would want to see them play.
Well, I think Ocho, kind of growing up watching this game, going back to the 80s, obviously the guys didn't shoot the ball. The three was not, the emphasis was not what it is now. And so the guys, I don't know. I'm going to say it. The guys couldn't shoot. I mean, you had a handful of guys. You might have one or two guys on the team. You got 7, 8 guys per team now that can shoot the basketball as good as any of the top 2 guys could on an NBA roster back in the 80s. Right. That's how good they can shoot the basketball now. I don't think I'm out of line by saying that.
Okay.
But I think what has happened, Ocho, is that same thing with the Pro Bowl. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't, we would tackle the guy to the ground.
Yeah.
But come fourth quarter, you better buckle it up because they're coming.
I know during your time, y'all play some ball. During my time, we play some ball. When that fourth quarter came and we done paid for our parents, we done paid for our friends and family, and it's time to recoup that money that we done already spent. Oh boy, listen, I never forget. Every time we hit that fourth quarter, and Ray Lewis say, "All right, let's buckle it up. Playtime is over." Man, we out there hitting full speed.
And that's kind of how it was in the All-Star game. But now the game is so far out of reach come fourth quarter, you can't D it up.
Right.
And those guys not, and when I'm not saying sit in the chair for 12 minutes, but it is what it is. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, from the reaction that I got on my timeline, I don't think the basketball fans are happy about it. I think they just come to expect that. That's what it's going to be now. Right. So we just expect it. Don't expect anything more. Don't expect anything less. It's going to be a 3-point dunk contest. I mean, that's what it is, 3-pointers and dunking the ball. So nothing else. That's what it's going to be. Guys going to be taking shots. I mean, Luka took a shot from 3/4 court. and it was still 33 seconds left in the ball game.
Right.
But Dame won the MVP. I mean, wow. You had Dame had 39. Jaylen Brown had 36. Tyrese Halliburton had 32. Hell, Cat in a losing effort had 50.
Woo. Oh, he was trying to get the MVP, but you can't get MVP if you're on a losing team,
effort.
Huh?
No.
Yeah.
Hell
okay,
no.
Okay.
And the East scored. I think this might have been the first time, I know it is, because there's never been a 200-point game. This was the first time a team scored 50 points in every single quarter. The East All-Stars scored 50 points in every quarter. 53, 51, 56, 51.
Look, you would know better than I do. So let me ask my basketball questions, because the East and the West, which is more stacked or the stronger of the two?
Well, if you look at it just by roster, just by names,
by rosters.
Yeah, the West was. You had KD,
LeBron. No. I mean, once regular season starts.
Yeah.
What side is more stacked, the East or the West?
When I look at the East,
right,
you look at Boston. Right now, they're the best. A lot of it's contingent on Joel Embiid's health and the Bucks. I really think. I like what the Knicks have done, but I don't think the Knicks can beat the Bucks
in the 7-game
or the
series.
Celtics in a 7-game series.
7-game series?
The question is, Ocho, is Joel Embiid's health.
Right.
He had that repair, and then that's a big guy.
Right.
Big guys need to continuously work. They need to do cardio throughout the season, or their weight goes up. So he's going to take a month or two off.
Damn.
So now, how does he get himself back into basketball condition, peak?
Right.
Because once the playoffs start, you're playing every other day. So, but I think you look at the West, you look at Denver, you look at the Clippers. Although the Timberwolves, they're young, but Ant-Man, you got Cat, you got Gobert. They got a big front lineup. You got two guys number one overall picks that can score the basketball. You got the obviously you got Phoenix, KD, Book, Bradley Beal.
Okay.
The Thunder with Shea Gilgeous. Those guys are really young, but they can get up and down.
Yeah, they can get up and down, but they're too young. We talk about 7-game series. I mean, we're not expecting them to be in the finals or nothing like that, right?
No. I wouldn't expect. No, I don't think they can beat. I don't think in a 7-game series they can beat the Nuggets. I don't believe they can beat the Clippers. Right. The Lakers, if the Lakers can get healthy and stay healthy, because you got LeBron, you got AD, you got 2 top 10 players, I believe, currently in the NBA. D'Lo has been unbelievable since his name surfaced in the trade rumors. Obviously, the trade's not going to happen now. He's been playing phenomenal. Austin Reeves has been great since he about 10 games into the season got inserted to the starting lineup. I like the late addition of Dinwiddie. I would probably say it all depends who comes out of the East. Right. I think that would determine who would be favored.
So the Heat probably.
No, hell no.
Now you just said the team that come out of the East would be favored. So I'm assuming it would be the Heat.
Nah, Ocho, this ain't y'all year, bro.
You don't think so?
Nah.
Right. It's so not. I mean, if excuse my bad basketball knowledge, but the three-headed monster in Milwaukee, Middleton is healthy, right? Middleton is healthy.
Nah, not really. He hasn't been the same since they went down that knee several times. He's not the same player, Ocho. He's not the same.
So the Bucks only have
Dame and Giannis.
Dame and Giannis.
You see that's all they got.
So basically
that's pretty good.
So coming out the West, the Clippers basically should be in the finals with Kawhi, Westbrook, and Paul George.
The Clippers might have the most depth, but everything is going to be contingent on Kawhi and PG's health.
Staying healthy. Okay.
That seems to be their bugaboo every single year.
Right.
Kawhi gets nicked, PG gets nicked. One of those guys goes down. Last year, both of those guys ended up going down. Dang. If they can stay healthy, they're going to be tough to deal with. Obviously, the Nuggets with Yoke and that team, Jamal Murray, his health, can he stay healthy?
What's the third dude? It's another dude in Denver that's good. Jamal Murray, Jokic, and what's one more? Michael Porter.
Oh, you talking about Aaron Gordon? Well, they got Aaron Gordon, Michael Porter Jr.
I know my shit now. Yeah. I'm just throwing names out there. Let's go.